What's up, guys? Appreciate you watching this episode of RSG, man. If you may not know, we have just started our Discord channel, man. If you want to be able to sit down with us, have some conversations, have some banter back and forth, come see us.
We have an active channel where you guys can talk with Justin and I regularly, and we have race predictions.
And occasionally on Sunday, you'll be able to speak to Rod and I personally, and also we'll have guests.
And when we drop any announcements or merch, that'll be the first place you can see it.
And we'll also have some lucky fans be able to ask some questions to our guests. So hit the link in the bio.
Justin Gatlin is the latest in a long line of sprint sensations to emerge from the USA.
Gatlin got a good start. Look at this man coming through now. Gatlin. What a fantastic performance from Gatlin. It's all about Gatlin.
Ultimate goal is to be one of the best sprinters in history.
And what a fantastic performance from Gatlin. And look at the time.
It's the American leading the Jamaican at the moment.
He knows he is the world champion.
Justin Gatlin is the world champion here in London.
What's up, everybody? We're back with another episode of Ready, Set, Go. We in the building. You know, when you see me in person, you know what time it is. And you know who over here to my left is the bearded one himself. And we have special guests. You hear one giggling in the background right now.
It's me.
We have the Woodhalls in the building.
Let's go.
Wait. You gotta roll that back.
Okay, go ahead.
We have the gold medalists in the building, including yourself.
They are one.
Including yourself.
Listen, they are one, so they're double gold medalists.
The double gold medalist to Woodhall.
She just made one big medal.
One big medal together.
Yeah.
So how's it going, y'all? Y'all good?
Homeopath.
We're good. We're great. We're in Eugene, so
Here we are.
can't be better. You
I know.
And first time at Pre as Nike athletes, and it's a different experience. You get treated differently. Things roll a little differently.
It sets the bar up high, right?
It does.
yeah.
It
I
really
saw your
does.
highlights today. You was like, man, Pre's hot. Pre's nice, man.
It's
Pre
tight.
is
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, it's been so much fun. And I mean, it's been a while since we competed, since I've competed here, really since college. I mean, I ran one Pre in 2022, but I just haven't really had an opportunity to compete here in a long time. So it's good to come back.
So you get to come to not only a Pre, you get to come to the 50th annual anniversary Pre.
Dude, it's legendary.
Oh, yeah.
This is legendary.
Yeah.
And she's not being paid to say that, guys.
I'm not. I am.
No.
So did y'all get out to the track and y'all felt the energy before everything started, or?
Yeah, we went to the track last night or yesterday, and it was cool. Seeing everybody warming up, seeing everyone do their thing. I mean, we're used to that on a different level, but being at home and being on your home surface and seeing all the European athletes here, it's like, okay, it's our time.
Get these extra 10 points being at home, right? Home
Oh,
court
yeah,
advantage.
please.
So it seems like watching y'all throughout the years and watching the evolution of how y'all come together as a relationship, a unit, right? Are y'all like that away from the cameras? Are you, because it seems like you're fire and you're ice. But I feel like at home, you're like chill, under some blanket, messy hair, and he's like dancing in front of you trying to annoy you or something like that.
I'm still dancing in front of him, but no, I'm chill. I'm super chill at home. It's funny that like we are always at the track, but when we are home, we're home. And I like to sit on my couch.
Yeah. And people would be asking us like, why is like the content now always like track content? And it's like, because y'all understand, we go to practice, we come home, and then like this is us
Tired.
at home.
Oh, yeah.
Just
With my
tired.
cat,
Like,
with my dog.
you know what I mean? Like you're
Done.
asleep like the rest of the day.
Slumped.
So
That's what I'm telling you. After the season's done, go do like a couple of vlogs, travel the world, go to like unique places,
yeah.
and like get a little energy out there right now, because y'all are going to be cooked until
Oh, yeah.
going into the rest of the season,
Yeah.
nationals, world. So
Yeah.
One
It's
day
an
at
extra
a
long
time.
season. It's an extra long season this year. How do you feel about the season stretching so long this year?
I mean, it gives it, the best way possible. Gives it a lot of viewership. We get to see a lot of track and field this year. Coming off the Olympics, that means there's indoor, outdoor, postseason. And for us, we didn't do indoor this year because of the Olympics and how
Successful you
tiresome.
were.
Yes.
Successful you were.
Yes, but also, you have to have a really good balance with this lifestyle. You only have about 6 weeks off. And so being able to just, do the post-gold, lap around and just trying to find a balance between this work life and then track life. It's hard, but not doing indoor, I think that's what made it a bit easier. And find the love and passion for the sport again.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen that, you guys have done a very good job marketing yourselves as together. You guys have went through numerous amount of sponsorships until you landed this one.
Yeah.
What were those other sponsorships like before this one?
I think each one had its like, bright moments, and each one like taught us something that we needed to learn to like continue to move forward and kind of stepping stone our way up. But the events we're in, the sports we're in, like as a Paralympic athlete, as a female long jumper, like those opportunities to just like walk in out of college and sign that big deal, like that's not there. Like, so we had to start working contracts, not from a athlete standpoint, but from a viewership standpoint of like, here's the eyeballs that we're bringing into what we're doing. Like, do you want to be a part of that? And then we started building like our athletic career. So that was kind of our strategy, like build some people and a team of people who are supporting us financially where we can then put our focus into being great athletes.
It speaks volumes because you kind of saw, or you guys kind of saw the model that's kind of changing now. Like back in the day to get signed, you probably only just had to be fast.
Yep.
Yeah.
But with you guys having viewership and bringing marketing eyes to your channel, to Instagram and everything else, companies see value in that.
Yeah.
So I definitely commend you on that, and possibly may be a model that you might have to write about someday.
Yeah, and somebody gave me that exact quote my first year at Arkansas when we were like really working on social media, and I was like, guys, I think like there's a world where you can make money from this. And I literally, one of my teammates said to me, like, the way you make money in track is by running fast. And that was it. And I'm like, guys, there's got to be more to this. Like, there's got to be more. And actually, like, funny story, Justin, in high school, I was with my buddy Jake, and I was like, this is the most followed track and field athlete in the United States. It was you. And you had like, I don't know, like 200,000-300,000 followers. And I was like, in my head, I told myself, if I can get this many followers, I can make as much money as Justin. Like that was my like thought process. Like if I can get the same reach as him, if I can have the same influence of the sport and of people, like that's where the value's at. Obviously, I learned like that's not exactly how it is growing up, but as a young kid, I was like, that's where the value is. Like this is the most famous U.S. athlete in the country. Like that's why he's so valuable. Like because he has made his name worth something.
I love that thought process you have because it's a very business mindset, right? But the fact is, you have an even better platform than I did when I was coming up, because my platform was all about wins and losses.
Yeah.
Like if you was popular because you were winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nowadays, it's like they want you to show your persona. Like you have to show your persona. If you don't, then you're an incomplete athlete and then you're boring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so before it was just like, shut up and run.
Yeah.
Like you never heard anybody's voices. You just saw them run and they're off the track.
Exactly.
So I love what you're doing now. You know
or
what I mean?
the post interviews, walking off the track, and the pre interviews, which is really not showing who you guys really are. We all know you guys have that kind of like company minded answers. How do you feel about the meet today? But I just want to go out there and have fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like a template that you go through in your head for the questions. So
100%.
we just want to make sure that you guys can be who you are here.
Yeah. I feel like the more you do, the more you start like just throwing in little jabs here and there, like little thoughts, you know what I mean? Like to ask a question and like today in the press conference today, the lady was like, Tara, like how far do you think you can jump?
And I was like,
8 meters.
8 meters. I was so serious. I kid you not, everyone was quiet. You could hear a pin drop in that room. And I was like, I'm just kidding. They're like, okay.
Yeah, we're back.
I mean, I like to show my personality. I feel like that's how people can connect with me the most, and not, oh, you have to be so serious as an athlete all the time. And I feel like you lose sight of yourself. You lose who you are if you have to be so focused on your sport and so like into it. So like what happens when you do close your door? What happens when you are at home? Like, I know you're not like that. I know you have a personality.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that opens up doors for other people to show their personality, show how their training is going, how much you hate running. Like I love to be able to just show each and every side of that. And that's how you can, relate to other people.
Was this always you? Growing up, were you this young little spitfire who was like, I'm going to take the spotlight?
Yeah, always. Coming from a family of 5, so I'm the baby.
You're probably the loudest.
No.
What? We gotta meet them.
No, you don't.
No, they're good. They're good.
No, I've always been like this. I've always had like this, big personality. I lost sight of my personality for about 2 years when I was depressed and had so much anxiety. So now I'm even more wanting to be myself. Now I want to be able to, have a big smile and big grin on my face, yell in Rod's face when I want to. So, yeah, it's, it come and goes. But, when I'm at home, I'm chill.
Yeah.
I'm normal.
We know your story is like all through and through the internet about how you grew up and everything, but there's not very much about you. How did you discover that you can be a really good athlete, or, in high school and everything else? How did that come about? Was it your parents who noticed, or was it a coach who was like, you can actually do this and you can take you far?
Genuinely, I think I was bred for track and field. I started track and field when I was 4 years old. My dad was my coach. So from 4 to...
What's dad's name? Shout him out.
My dad's Ty Davis.
Hey, all right, shout out, Ty. Shout out.
A lot of people actually say my dad and Justin look alike, which is funny.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They say that he looks like Blair Underwood.
They don't know who Blair Underwood is.
Sorry.
You don't know who Blair? Oh, they're young.
They got to go watch Set It Off.
That's
handsome guy.
Right. Yeah. I forgot how old you guys are. Yes.
But no, I started track and field when I was 4 years old. And at the time, I would be competing up a division, and I would always be competing with the age over my, when I'm 4, I was competing with the 6-year-olds. When I was 6, I was competing with the 8-year-olds because I was beating the competition at that young age. And so my dad's like, let's put you in another competition of long jump and let's see you win. And I would win and I would get first place, and my dad would have me give my first place medal or my first place ribbon to the person who actually would win that division.
What? For real?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. 100%.
Wow.
And that's
crazy.
What did that make you feel like, though?
He just
crazy.
found out about that just
no,
now,
I've heard it before. Everyone I hear is nuts. Like,
I didn't think much of it at a young age. I mean, I had just won my own division, and I was in another age division where I didn't belong because I was so young, and so I would happily give it to them. I mean, I was in there illegally, so it was fine. But I feel like I always knew I was going to be really good at track and field, but didn't really understand where I could go. I knew in 2008 that I wanted to go to the Olympics when I watched the Olympics in Beijing. And then in 7th grade, I wanted to quit track and field because I kept on getting beat. All the girls were hitting puberty. All of them were way taller than me. I was always getting beat. And I was like, I don't want to do this sport anymore. And I told my parents I wanted to quit. And they were like, okay, quit then. I was like, wait.
That's too easy.
That was so easy. Why'd you say that? And so I went back into the sport, and ever since then I had demolished, and I wanted to work harder and just to win. And so I would break all the age division records and then go into high school and would break all the national records. And junior and senior year of high school, I balled out for sure. And that's when, colleges were coming to look at you and coming to see you. And I was like California state champ. I was from Texas and California.
Mesquite, Texas.
Yep.
Then they went to California.
Yep. And that was fun. I mean, I saw the real elite level of track and field when I was in California. And I was like, okay, I want to be like them. And then got to college. College was here and there. And
you was at Georgia.
I was at Georgia. That didn't work out very well. So I transferred to University of Texas. And that was like during 2019, 2020, 2021.
So
and
COVID.
That really just like...
That'd have been crazy around that time. Like thinking about where you're going to go, what's a good fit for you.
Yeah. I ended up...
If the world's going to end.
Yeah. That was... I was like, is track even a thing anymore? But honestly, I think it was so good for me personally because my life has always revolved around track and field since I was 4 years old. Every summer, every time I would be on the track training. I couldn't swim with my friends, couldn't have sleepovers because I had a track meet on Saturday. So COVID was a blessing in disguise for me where I didn't have to think about track and field. And it really, really put in my mind that I love this sport and I want to do this sport for me and not for my dad, not for my mom, not for anyone else, but for myself. And I had to go through this really deep, dark depression phase to figure that out. And then once I got out of that phase, I told myself, either you can quit this sport or you can continue. And December of 2020, I made a pros and cons list of me quitting the sport or me staying in the sport. And the biggest thing on that list was me not living out my dream of that I've dreamt from the age of 4 of being the Olympic gold medalist.
Okay.
And so I decided to stay in the sport. And that 2021 year, I broke the indoor and outdoor collegiate record in long jump. I ran 12.6 in the hurdles. I made my first Olympic team. And I just told myself, I'm going to do this for myself. I'm going to do this for me and no one else. And now I'm here.
So you kind of blossomed into an athlete who was basically mature enough to realize that you had to be yourself to be able to be as successful as you are today.
Yeah.
Because obviously we know in our sport, they're going to be like, do this, do that, act this way. You got to answer questions this way, or else you're going to be just blackballed or whatever, you know?
Yeah. My dad was teaching me interviews and how to answer questions at the age of 13.
Listen, your dad needs his own company. Consulting.
I think he would die if he was in this room right now.
Happy Father's Day to him.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said.
Happy Father's Day, man.
And
Happy Father's Day.
We brought him out to Norway and Stockholm, and put him in the setting of like where he dreamed of us being, and bringing him out there as like, happy Father's Day, Dad.
That was dope.
We were joking about it today because we had seen here in Eugene, they all run like a 5K and a 10K. And Tara's like, I used to do that. Like on 4th of July, I would run a 5K. And I was like, oh, do you have fun? She's like, no, not at all. Like, she's like, my dad made us sprint and we had to win. So like we had to go all out. And I'm like, she always tells me these stories about Ty. And I'm like, man, I really want to question like his like philosophy in raising a kid. But I'm like, it kind of worked though. So like, I mean, I don't know. So
For sure.
Since you guys are so track orientated, do you guys think forward to say what your identity is without track?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I think our whole lives we've like done stuff without track. I mean, like our whole entire careers with social media and everything like started away from the sport. And like we created an audience of people, most of which were not even track fans.
They had no idea we ran track.
And even still today, like I would say over half of our fans, if not more, are not track and field fans.
They just love you, your personality,
and they've come into the sport like because of that. So I would say like, yeah, for sure. I would say like we have a really big like, I don't know, a big part of our lives is outside of the sport of track and field. Like really until last year, like track and field was not the center of what we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know, like Tara said, there was kind of a mind shift where we're like, all right, we kind of love this sport. We're really passionate about this. Like, let's pour everything we can into this and like see how good we can get.
So y'all met in Utah.
Idaho.
Yeah.
He was born in Utah.
I grew up in Utah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how'd that work out? Did you approach her? Did she see you?
I see in the story, so I kind of know.
Yeah.
So if you don't know,
You jumped into his lap, long jump style.
Damn near. I am a very much so go-getter. And so I saw Hunter warming up and I was like, damn, that man is fine. But I didn't know who he was at the time. I didn't know he had prosthetics. He was wearing sweatpants.
Oh.
And so I just thought that man is really cute.
Oh, he was wearing sweatpants.
And I just
I chill.
they were gray. They were gray.
Bruh.
He thought he was like, he turned red immediately.
I was like, they never made sense till now.
Listen, bro. He got them sweatpants framed up somewhere right now. Mission accomplished.
That's so funny.
Listen, after her video today, I had to do it.
Oh man, I mean, I'm not mad about it.
And he was running his race, and the announcer was just announcing like Hunter Woodhall. The crowd's going crazy. It was a really good race between him and another athlete, and it happened to be his birthday, so they were giving him a lot of praise over the intercom. And I was like, who is Hunter Woodhall? Like, who the heck is this guy? And so on the indoor track, it's banked, and you'd walk up and you could step onto the track. And so I went and I was turned the corner off the starting line. I'm like, oh my God, that's the kid I was literally just saying. That was really cute. And then I saw that he had prosthetics. I was like, what the heck? That's so sick. That's so cool that he, like, what? And he just won. What is going on? And so I decided to step up on the track and approach him. And I said, I don't know how I have to do this, but I have to give you a hug. And I still don't know why that I had to give him a hug, but he was like, okay. I mean, he just ran his race. He was sweaty and huffing and puffing after a 400. And I was like, that man, I like that guy.
Listen, bro, you got aura, especially on that day. Your aura wasn't 100. It was your birthday.
Man.
The crowd's cheering for you.
Yeah, things just
you want to put my body on your body.
Yeah.
I was like, give me.
And it was sweaty.
Dude,
so sweaty.
And you finish at 400, you're like a little dizzy anyway. What's going on here? And I knew who Tara was, obviously. Like, she was a big deal in high school track and field, breaking records and stuff. And before the race, I had seen her, and I was talking to my friend about her. So then after I finished the race, I see her walking on the track, and I was like, oh, no chance she's coming to me. And then just kept, like, coming my direction. And I was like, wow, like, this is pretty sick. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to keep doing it.
And, then we, go about our day and that meet, and I followed him on social media, and we were friends on social media for a little bit, and then one night he was tweeting, and I was like, let me slide into his DMs. And so I slid into his DMs, and I was like, what are you doing up so late? And it was like 9 p.m. And he was like, we're in high school, bedtime. And he responded back with something so slick. It was like, I was just waiting for you to respond, or I was just waiting for you, or whatever. And I was like, oh, this is my man.
This
is mine.
He came with the wittiness.
Oh, he came. He came with it. Wittiness. Oh, yeah. And then we were just friends from then on. And it was his world champ season in 2017. And he went to go train in Chula Vista at the training center. And I lived in California at the time. And I asked my parents, I was like, hey, you remember that white boy with no legs?
Yeah. Remember the white boy with no legs?
Well, my mom,
pretty descriptive.
I was like, hey, can I go, drive down to Chula Vista and hang out with Hunter? And my mom's like, Hunter? The white boy with no legs? I was like, yes.
The white boy with no legs.
Him. And this was right before we were going into college, and my parents said, yeah. And so at 6 a.m., I drove down. We hung out for the day. We trained. We had the best day ever. And
why 6 a.m.? Because you want to maximize the day with him, didn't you?
I got there at 8 a.m.
Yeah, there
Let's
we go.
We had
to practice as well.
She's like, good morning. What's for breakfast? Let's get started.
Say 150s. Let's go. On the line.
Yeah, we actually got to train together for the first time. And I saw him run. He saw me jump. And I was training for Pan Ams, I think. And he was training for his world champs. And it was so much fun. And by the time I knew it, it was like 8 p.m. And I told my parents I don't think it's safe for me to drive back home for 2 hours.
Of course not.
I
Genuinely.
just stay here with him.
Genuinely, I was
Mom,
like,
I don't think it's safe. My headlights just went out. Just went out.
All four tires
what
flat. Hey, skip the scene. You see Tyra out there breaking the headlights.
I'm like throwing rocks.
How'd that knife get in there?
No,
all four of them.
I was not comfortable driving at night for 2 hours. Okay. And then so my parents were like, oh, where are you going to sleep? And shout out to Scout Bassett. She let us use her apartment.
Slept on the couch.
Slept on the couch, and the rest is history, honestly.
There we go. I like that.
I learned a lot about you. Hunter, I used to coach a para athlete.
Oh, no way.
I did.
I trained with 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I did, yeah.
You did train for 3.
Yeah. Throughout my career.
And I remember when I was coaching him, he was a T61. Yeah, T61, yes.
Okay.
It was above the knees, right?
Yeah,
he was T61. And he told me how much his legs cost, and I could not
yeah, it's insane.
leave
Yeah, it's insane.
I mean, he had like legs like yours, and then he had the blades.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, these blades don't cost no money, but you see those over there?
Mm-hmm.
He said, that's the Porsche over there.
Yeah.
And he pointed just at one.
He's not lying.
So those...
I did. I mean, it's so expensive. It's so expensive. And the worst part is it's like, in the past, it hasn't been covered by insurance at all because it's not seen as a necessity. It's seen as like...
a luxury.
It's a luxury. And there's a project going on. I think it's the So Everyone Can Move project or something like that. But in Arkansas, my prosthetist and I, we got a bill passed, and mainly him, Francois Vanderwaat, got a bill passed that forces insurance to cover secondary prosthetics.
You got
like
a bill pass. Boy, you got a million hats, boy.
Yeah, so
they wear business hat, bill pass.
Yeah, now other states are following. So hopefully soon it's going to be all the states where it's accessible. But yeah, like if you don't have a knee and you have to replace a knee, like an electronic knee, it can be 6 figures. It can be $100,000 for a knee, all in.
So you got a 488 on your leg.
Yeah, it's foreign, boy. Yeah, for sure. For me, like a set of blades, it's probably like, I don't know, 15 to 20 grand for a set of blades for me to cover.
That's just the runner legs, not these.
Oh yeah,
these are super expensive.
Yeah, everything is super expensive. The most expensive is if you have like nothing I'm wearing is electronic, or there's no motors or anything in it. If you start getting several motors and electronics and stuff like that, knees, any of that stuff gets like absurdly expensive. Absurdly expensive.
You pretty much got a house on your legs.
Literally. Yeah. Even like the socks, like the prosthetic socks that I wear, and not anymore because Nike made some prosthetic socks, but the normal ones that are made
Shout out to
Nike. The normal ones that are made by the medical companies, like one sock is like $30 to $60.
Yeah, I know.
Like a single sock.
Yeah, my dad had one leg also, so I do know about that.
Yeah, it's
sock,
like they're just setting people up for failure.
How durable are they? Like when do you have to?
No, they're not. Like I mean, I literally until like Nike did this, like I'm walking around with socks with like holes all over them. Like
it's crazy, and he has to wear what 4 or 5 socks every single day. So how many socks do you need to get through a week? We're washing socks constantly.
Yeah. And then the wear down and everything.
I probably go through 10 socks a day, you know?
Yeah, so because they're not regular socks for him because it's more wear and tear because he's an athlete. Yeah. So they make them for like the regular guy who just walking around every day. But that's not the same thing for him. Tough. So they wear a lot quicker.
Yeah, it's tough. But that's just part of having a disability. Like anyone with it, I mean, everyone in life, you know, people just have burdens they bear, but like people with disabilities, like there's so much stuff they got to deal with just getting out of bed and living a normal life. You know what I mean? Like apart from showing up to training and training with y'all or whatever, like it's just.
That doesn't stop you though.
Cause you seem so daring, like watching your videos of you growing up. Like you seem like you was like, I'll try it.
Yeah. I mean, I had great parents and 2 older brothers, and I just like follow in their footsteps. And honestly, I can't speak for everyone with disability, but for me, like I hate people seeing me and feeling bad for me because I have a disability. And like growing up, my way to combat that was like anything I can try, anything that I can do to prove that like I'm about it, or I'm just a normal kid, or like I deserve to be in the room that I'm in, like I will do it, like if that's what it takes. So
I don't feel sorry for Hunter because Hunter fly planes too.
What?
Hunter fly planes.
Who are you?
Hunter Ryan.
He's not a pilot.
I'm not a pilot.
Yeah.
Not
but
yet.
he fly planes though.
Yeah.
By himself. I think I watched the video of you flying to Chula Vista.
Listen, FAA's listening.
No, I wasn't. Okay, I was in the pilot seat, but there's 2 pilot seats in that plane.
Okay.
So you know that question when
you
they're
was
like
co-piloting.
They like ask somebody like, do you think you could fly a plane or like land a plane if the pilot like went unconscious? I think I could.
You think so?
I've sat in like the pilot, like I know enough about it. Like I'm not a pilot, but my
friends. Would you try to be though? I mean, it looked like you.
I know enough. Well. Like I sit on the side and I watch and I learn. And
I think he has said he wants to become.
I have considered getting a pilot's
license. Go get them hours.
But
go get them hours.
We don't have the hours.
Yeah,
they have the hours to get the hours. She said.
I need more hours.
You
have to have 70 hours.
Yeah, you have to have the time.
70 hours. That's a lot of flying.
That's a lot of flying.
I want you to realize this: you guys will be a woman and a man way longer than you'll be athletes.
Oh, for sure.
Way longer than you'll be athletes.
Yeah.
So if you, in the downtime, you create stuff like that, you kind of know what your transition's going to be because your athlete's lifespan will probably be maybe about anywhere from 10 years or however.
Oh, we got a limit.
So
I'm saying from the time you turn pro. It's not saying 10 years from today.
It's like, we ain't saying that long.
Not from today. But I'm saying when it's done, you'll realize you guys will grow old together into your 60s. You'll realize we put in way more time as human beings than as athletes.
100%.
You see what I'm saying? So that makes a lot of sense.
Justin, you had like such a long, successful career. Did you ever like put a like this is when I'm done with my career? Is there like a accolade you want to hit, or a amount of, I don't know, championships?
I did everything so early in my career, man.
Yeah, it's
like
true.
Within the first 4 to 5 years of my career, I was double gold champion, Olympic gold champion, broke the world records, and I was like 60 meter indoor champion. So I was like, what do I do next?
Yeah.
So I just kept like diving into like the nuances of track, like how to sprint, like the scientific parts of it, you know? And that's what kept me kind of engaged for so long, but also just being a competitor.
Yeah.
Like when I see them, like I want to compete against them.
Yeah.
Like, it's like when two dogs enter a room and they're like,
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
That for me, but I think our generation were hustlers. So when I hear 10 years, I'm like, oh, that's like 2 Olympic cycles and a little bit of change. I'm like, all right, that's easy. I can do that. You know what I mean? But like as business, how you see it as business now, you're like, let's move on to something different. Let's move on to something bigger and better. Let's grow our platform.
Yeah. And for us, like, I mean, like we want to have a family. We want to like live like you said, we want to be human beings. Like, one thing about this sport is like, we're not going to do this sport if we're not going to put in the time and effort that it takes to be good at this sport. Like we're not going to come and do this half-ass. And if you're all in on track and field, like a minimum of 10 months of your year is gone. Like you have nothing else to do but focus on the things that you're doing. So it's like, I don't know. I just don't see us like continuing to do this like in a halfway kind of sense. Like, and I also want to like put a timeline on it so we know we can like, this time is limited, you know what I mean? Like
100%.
Do it. I didn't realize it was a platform until I retired. I always thought it was like, this is my world. Like this is my career. Like there's nothing.
My job.
Exactly. Like what am I without track? And then I realized I was like, man, like this is just elevating me to something else I want to do more. Like I just got to find a passion outside of track that I really want to dive into, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
But now you're back.
I'm back.
You're out of retirement. I seen that clip.
Come on.
I'm working on being the master of masters.
Yeah.
You know what I want to do is, and we talked about it. I was like
on the show,
I was like, you know what? And I understand what goes into being a professional athlete.
Yeah.
You can't just go out there and just race some kind of influencer because you just want to do it, even if it costs a lot of money. Because now the sacrifice of your season's on the line, just in case anything happens, right?
Yep.
I was like, you know what? Rip off the pants. All right, throw me back in there. I'll race speed. I'll race, you know what I'm saying, Tyreek, Ashton Hall. I'll make sure that our sport is intact when it comes to the speed side. And I'll talk some trash too.
Dude, I think that'd be dope.
I'll talk some trash.
I'm all about it.
So when you saw it, that's what he was meaning. People think he coming back to
No. I knew that.
No, the general fan does.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I mean, everybody in our world, and when we think about our world is very small, because if you're in track and field, you kind of know everybody who's everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I don't miss those
workouts. The general
workouts.
fan is like, if you look at the comments, it's like, hell yeah, put him on second leg on the relay.
No.
That boy gonna pop his old back on that back stretch.
Both hamstrings, both calf muscles.
No, I am a master's athlete now. My diet consists of Ensures and Pedialyte. Whole guy.
And good tequila.
And good tequila.
Good tequila.
There we go.
We'll get you some tequila.
Y'all on tequila?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's my thing. Tequila.
You guys just
tequila only. That's all. We don't drink anything else but tequila.
That's what we do.
Y'all have y'all own. What's the tequila called?
It's called Rodeo de las Aguas.
That junk sound expensive.
No, that's your thing?
That's our tequila, yes.
Yeah?
After the Olympics, I was on an interview on the NBC broadcast, and they're like, oh, what are you going to do to celebrate? And I was like, tequila shots, please. And then a company reached out, Rodeo, and they just have been the best. They are so good.
Send us some bottles.
I got you.
Yeah, we'll send you multiple bottles.
The show.
Yeah.
Hey, shouts out.
You gonna sponsor the show?
I'll sponsor the show.
Of course. We have a whole menu. We'll send that to Rodeo. Shout out to you.
Let's go.
The crazy thing is, like, most of the time we pregame before the show. We were like, all right, cheers.
We do.
Get the shots.
Where was it?
Yeah, what the heck?
Y'all are competing.
Not to me?
So,
okay.
So if we do like the old, like when we did bolt, like it was because bolt's none of us are competing.
Guys,
but we know
one thing about me. I like to have fun. Okay, I am an athlete, but I'm also 26 years old.
Understandable.
Sure. You know?
It goes by fast.
It goes by
so fast.
And I want to be 26 as long as I can.
Yeah.
And I want to be 27.
Tars had more margaritas this week than days.
Yep.
There we go.
Glasses of wine.
Hopefully,
I love wine.
Hopefully you get the water or the coconut water right behind it.
Oh, for sure.
Listen, I'm envisioning for them right now. They're going to be retired. Hunter's going to be in a linen suit with his hair slicked back with aviator glasses on. They're going to be walking to the plane. She's going to be in a sundress. And she's going to be talking about what wine she won as they fly to Napa.
I know. Hunter's going to be dragging little Hunter
right?
on the little wagon like this.
That's crazy.
That is so funny.
We plan out you guys' life.
No,
Please do.
it
I love
sounds
it.
good. Yeah, it sounds good.
Speaking of that, Tara, I always watch you, and I'm a coach.
Yes.
And I watch you, and I always tell people, I said, man, her power to weight ratio is amazing. Like how strong she is for how much she weighs. And with being like people like Brittany Reese, who were great jumpers, the long jump beast at Long Jump Beast. Shout out to Brittany. And people like the White Phillips, they ventured a little bit outside of their jumping. So we know that the White Phillips ran 10 flat. We know that Brittany Reese could run 11.0. We know that you ran 12.6. Will you always just be long jump, or are you waiting to like catch that crown of world champion and then move on?
That's a really good question.
It's loaded.
It's very loaded. So I stopped hurdling because I had strained my hamstring right before regionals of 2021 NCAAs. And that was going to be right before the Olympic trials. And so the coach I had at the time, we were, having a conversation, you can make you can make the Olympic team in both, but you have a strained right hamstring, and that was my lead leg. And so it was almost like I had to kind of focus on just long jump to be able to make the Olympic team, because every time I hurdled, I couldn't hurdle. Yeah. I couldn't raise my leg. And so I just stopped hurdling, and I just started focusing on long jump. Last year, I got back into hurdling a little bit. I did the 60-meter hurdles. I did one race. I forgot what the race nerves are like. Holy moly.
Different, right?
It's different.
But that field is stacked too.
Oh, yeah. Now it's stacked. And what's crazy is I've gone up against every single girl that's been racing.
That's crazy.
And I love you guys, but I've won.
Mm-hmm.
And I won every single time I've been, when I was in the hurdle field. And when we were doing the, time trials at practice and whatnot, I ran 770 in the 60-meter hurdles. And so when I went out to race, I ran 830. And so my mind was like, I'm just going to stick to long jump because those race nerves, I'm good. I don't want them. But next year, you might see me dabble in the hurdles a little bit. Me and Coach have been talking about it. Hurdling is really good training to the long jump. It's, goes hand in hand for that last penultimate step and then the second to third step into the hurdles. So, I absolutely love hurdles, and I'm so in awe with all these freaking men and women, but the ladies going 12-1 constantly. Like that is
that's insane.
Fast.
We're from an era where 12-4 was fast.
Yes.
And they're dribbling on 12-3 like it ain't nothing.
Like,
you winning championships with 12-4. You winning championships
12-3 didn't make that Olympic
Yeah.
team. It was crazy. It was like we saw 12-36, stayed home. He was like 12-36. Stayed home.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Trackflation is everywhere. It's everywhere. In this economy, it's crazy.
So Hunter, you came on the scene internationally 2015.
Yeah.
You struck gold, silver, and bronze in 2016, right?
Almost. We won.
Is it almost?
You'll understand this. We won the relay. We broke the world record, and then about 15 minutes later, we found out we got DQ'd. So
yeah, I know about that.
So
one.
I did it, but then it was taken away. Actually, Paris was the first time I won gold. So my first international competition was in 2015, and I lost from 2015 to 2024. But it goes to show, trust the process. It takes time. You either win or you learn, and every one of those losses is an opportunity for you to grow and take something away that you can, take in this.
So y'all prepared for the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
Prepared for the Olympics. She goes out there.
Mm-hmm.
It was her day, her moment.
Yeah.
Nailed it, right?
Easy.
Fairy tale. Bam.
Yeah.
Right? What was the pressure like for you going into
Dude,
your
I mean,
Because I felt like you was like, yes, and you were like, all right, it's on me now.
The double gold medal, but we could be the gold and silver or the just gold.
yeah. No, bro. Like, I mean, to be honest, like when she won, I was so excited for her and so invested in that moment. Like, I didn't even have a single thought about what I was doing. Like, I was just excited. Even like that night, like we went and partied, went to the club with like got a booth with Noah, and then like every American athlete in the entire Olympics came, and like we partied really hard that night. And the next day we went and like did all our media stuff. We were both super hungover, and like I still wasn't even thinking about what I had coming up because I didn't want what I had coming up to take away from like the greatest moment of her life, right? But then like when we got home, like the first day we got home, I was feeling like a little sick, and I was like, this jet lag's really bad. And it kept getting worse. I was like, all right, something's wrong. So I like tested myself for sickness. Turns out I had COVID, and I spent like the next 5 days like bedridden, like super, super sick. And at that point, I was like, all right, this is bad. And every conversation I had was like, oh, pressure's on. Like you're saying, pressure's on. Like now, like you don't win. Like she's going to be the man of the house. Like you better figure this out. So like I knew the pressure was on, but it was more of just like, man, I know everything that I've done this year. Like I know how I've prepared. I know that I'm ready. And I was kind of at peace with the idea, like I can't control what anybody else does in this race. Like I just got to go do my thing, give it my best, and like whatever happens, happens.
So what happened? Because we watched the race.
Yeah.
And it's like something woke up in you. And you was like, this mine. What was you thinking in that moment? Did you just go through your race pattern, or you like had a moment of clarity and you was like,
I got to go get this?
No, it was like, honestly, my coach and my team around me, like they had just told me exactly what was going to happen in the race. Like we had done race modeling, like running that first 250. And for me, like my strategy was run the easiest first 250 you can possibly run. Like get even by 300, and then like I was betting on myself that I wanted it more than anybody else there. So I was like, if I'm in the mix at 100 meters, like it's game on. So that was my strategy. Like run as easy as you can at 250, line it up by 3, and then let's go. Like let's see what happens. So
so he comes across the finish line.
You're waiting.
I'm screaming. Like I'm like blacked out at this point. Like my brain.
I got that earlier to scream.
No, when I saw him come off the 300 and how tall and how just upright and just chopping these boys down, I was like, oh, it's over. Like I knew it. I was already celebrating he was winning when I saw the form that came off the 300. And once he crossed that finish line and hearing our family behind us going crazy, everyone just shaking me. I was like, get off me, Hunter!
So get off me.
It was just, I just couldn't believe my eyes. And it wasn't ever a thought process like, oh my God, we both won gold. And like, it was not there. It was like, oh my gosh, Hunter just won. Hunter just won. Hunter won. Hunter won. And I kept on repeating that in my head. And it was insane. And we hugged for so long. I couldn't let go because I was just so freaking excited. I think we hugged longer than the race was happening. And it was one of the most beautiful moments I've ever watched of any sports, of track and field or anything.
So how did y'all celebrate your goal wins? Look, gotta keep it PG. Okay?
Keep it PG. Please.
We had a few beverages.
Beverages and baby oils and...
See, you're not keeping it PG, sir.
There was 1,000 bottles. Some of them were baby oil. You figure out what was what, all right? That's all I'm saying.
1,000 bottles is great.
No.
Was Diddy there?
No, Diddy was not that crazy, bro. I plead the fifth. But it was like, I don't know how many people were at the Olympics and then at the Paralympics.
Yeah.
But it was like the first time in my life where I felt like the Paralympics wasn't a plan B, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like a secondary. Like she opened up the meet that day. You know how somebody goes out and stomps the little
Yeah.
Stadium.
I did it.
She did it on the day that I competed in the finals.
That is.
So everyone there saw it and was like, all right, we know, we saw that moment. And then when I went out there
that's
and
even
like
more pressure. You'd be like, damn, y'all gonna let her do it?
Yeah.
I don't want any attention until after.
No.
I don't want any attention until after.
It was honestly great. And they announced my name and like there was such a response in the crowd of like an understanding of what's going on at the Paralympics, which is cool. You know what I mean? I felt really, really excited about that. And then during the race, like, I don't know, I felt like a lot of people in that stadium were kind of like rooting for us. And it was like just so fun. I felt like I was celebrating with 80,000 people.
Yeah,
They told us the backstory of it, though. They told us, like, before you actually walked off to the track, like, Tara came up to you and whispered in your ear. She's like, one word, baby. If you don't win, the force.
She's like, I'm taking your legs. I'm hiding them. You're crawling
Again?
everywhere. So,
Did you guys see that video?
So when you get mad at him, you hide his legs so he can't come after you?
she didn't once.
Oh,
Not even lying. No,
I
she
did
didn't
do
even
it
hide
once.
them, bro. Like we were having an argument. I was like,
Okay, but
I'm like talking, you know, like, yeah, whatever.
You're
well,
sitting
no,
down
yeah.
or
so
you're like,
someone came to
You-
clean our
you
house
better
and they did
not.
a terrible job. They did a terrible job, and I had to clean up after them. And I was mad that I had to clean up when I just paid someone to clean up, right?
yeah.
That's annoying. Well, he's like, you wish you didn't, and I'm like, And he went to go take a shower. I said, I'm gonna go get some food, and I took his leg.
You took it with you?
I put them up on the highest point
Wow.
of our kitchen.
Nah,
I
in the
had to
kitchen.
get up on the counter to put his legs up on this like shelf situation. And
No,
I
that
said, good
wasn't-
luck getting your own food.
That wasn't. She did say that on the way out. She said, "Good luck in your own food." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever, dude."
So,
I'll
so
make
when
my
you
own
came out and
food.
saw them, what were you like?
No.
Baby?
Dude, the cabinet's in the kitchen. I was in the bathroom. So I know
Hey,
some
the
legs
door's
right there.
cracked to the bathroom. He's like, hello?
Is that
Hello?
He came out.
I know. I took them off. They didn't walk away. Like, I took them off right there. What's going on? And then I, like, start crawling through the house. Like, this is embarrassing. I'm not going to lie. And all fours, like, scooting around.
Did you see them?
I look up in the kitchen, and I'm like, I can't get those. So, got to wait this one out.
So you waited till she got home?
I had to.
Oh.
But I had no choice.
You shouldn't do that. That's not.
So for some reason, I think
It's
you were
not
very
nice
apologetic
to be
when she walked
mean
through the
to
door.
me, yeah.
No, I was like, I had made a video like way back in the day about the situation, but it was funny to me. I was like, you know what, like, I kind of deserve that one.
Dude, I'm the petty queen. He
Petty
tries to
LaBelle.
get me. Dude, yeah, I'm just the petty queen. This was happened the other day where, I don't know, how did the dumpster situation?
Oh my gosh, bruh. It was I don't
How did it get to
even
that?
know.
Either way, he had put like the dumpster in front of my spot in the garage. And so when I pulled in,
Oh, it's because you made me you were sitting in the passenger seat, I was driving, and you made me get out to open the garage.
oh yeah,
So I was mad, or the other way around. So she was mad, so she puts the garbage can in front of the garage so I can't pull it on my truck. So then I got to get out, move the garbage can. She's just being petty, but I'm a get her. She's inside, so I take both the garbage cans. I put one next to her car door and one behind her car. So she got to move the garbage can twice the next morning. I wake up the next morning, and her mom walks in the room because she was staying with us. She's like, I got to run to the store and grab something. I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm like, oh, like, she's taking Tara's car. So I made Tara's mom move both the garbage cans.
Oh, man.
I felt real bad about that.
yeah.
But she usually wins in the prank wars for sure.
Yeah, we
I'm the petty
gonna let
queen.
them win. Of course, we have to. You know what I mean?
Guys,
we
come on.
can't do without women.
Come on.
We can't do without y'all.
You
I
could, yeah.
couldn't do without y'all.
So he knows happy wife, happy life, huh? Is that what, that's
I'm
what
a
you
happy
right now?
spouse, happy house. Let's do that one.
Happy
Yeah.
Let's
spouse,
do that
happy
one.
wife.
Happy
Yeah.
spouse, happy house.
Yeah, I'm learning.
Speaking about how successful you guys are and spouses and all, you guys being married and everything, that this is a rarity of two successful people in a home and everything else. What advice you would give to the newfound, because a lot of it seems like in this offseason, a lot of Olympic medalists got married and newfound marriages. What relationship advice would you try to give to them to like be in you guys' situation?
Man, we don't really give advice on other people's relationships because it's so...
Or what works for you guys? Like,
Yeah,
not
well,
advice.
I
but-
guess, yeah, what works for us. and it's different for everybody. I would say the first thing is that like relationships are just hard. Like in general, there's going to be ups and downs. Like, but if there's more good than there is bad, like you're in a good situation. And I would say for us, like the reason I think we are successful is because we don't see ourselves as Tara's career and Hunter's career, and we're both fighting to try to like elevate our own careers, right? It's more like this is something we're building together. So I think like for us at least, the way we viewed marriage and a relationship is we're entering into a partnership like in every aspect of our lives. And like our job is now not to think about how we can enrich ourselves in whichever way, financially, career-wise, but how can we help each other do that?
Yeah.
And I think for us, like one, it took the expectation off your shoulder. Like I no longer have to only think about myself because I'm providing for somebody else. I'm helping somebody else and vice versa. And two, like it's just easier to build something as a team, like doing it together. So that I think that's what works for us.
I think that's big.
Yeah.
That's big because go ahead.
You're good.
I was going to say it's big because as an athlete, it's almost like you're subconsciously trained to be selfish. Yeah. You got to think about yourself. You got to think about your training, timing. You be like, you want to go for a walk? No, I don't want to go for a walk. My legs are going to be tired or whatever for whatever reason, right? And for both of y'all to sacrifice or set aside ego to say, okay, I need to know Tara's good or I need to know Hunter's good when I'm going to do something, you know what I mean? To make sure that we're both good together. And you've been successful doing it. So I know probably it's a lot of naysayers, especially in the beginning of dating, going into being fiancés and being married. Like any little setback is like, see, you're distracted, you know? Yeah.
I feel like what really, really helped us is we did long distance for 4 years. So we got to build our own foundation without each other's presence 24/7. So we individually had to find ways to make our love work for each other without being in each other's faces 24/7. I feel like a lot of relationships, you're so obsessed with that person, you never want to leave their side. And so you're always with them 24/7. You never can, have your own chance to live, your own chance to have your own emotions. And for us, we did start dating young, but we went to college separately for 4 years. We got to find our own way of life. And we, like throughout those 4 years, we just wished and prayed that we could be together. And so now that we are, every day is a new adventure. Every day is so much fun. Every day is a new, what can we do now? What can we do next? Like we had to spend 4 years, doing our whole life separate.
Yeah.
And so I love being married. I love having my partner. I love being able to wake up next to Hunter every single day and just, tackle whatever next. And it's so weird when people are like, isn't it like wild to do your job with your husband? Like, don't you just like want your own time and peace? I'm like, no, like you're married. Like you're supposed to be like, that is what marriage is. Your marriage is supposed to be, you do things together. And when I do, like we do have our own separate, quirks about each other, and like I go do my own thing, he goes do his own thing, but like at the end of the day, like I'm like, oh, what did you do for that last hour? Like what did you do? And he's the same way, like what did you do? And it's so I don't know, I don't know, it's love is love, and you can take your marriage and do it as your own marriage, but I think it's beautiful when you can do something together and just actually love each other.
Building. That's
how
good.
have you changed each other's lives? How she changed your life, and how have you changed his life?
I mean,
she hit his legs.
I did.
Yeah,
he crawled.
I'm an expert climber now.
No, go ahead.
I bear crawl like crazy.
Free climbing career.
Yeah. No, like immensely, bro. Like every single way you could think of. Like, from an athlete perspective, like she's made me be a better athlete. She is so technical in everything she does, and I think for so long in my life, like I was going to practice and just training, and I forgot to understand that I'm at practice and I need to be practicing something that I'm trying to recreate, right? And just going through the motions, and it really like changed the way I think. Like it used to be, damn, I got 4 250s, like this is gonna suck, to turning it into, I only got 4 chances to do what I need to do in these reps to get it right. And so she really made me a better athlete, made me be more intentional about the things I'm doing. And then as far as like what I'm doing in business, in life, like as a husband, like she's so amazing. She's such a great partner to me. Like it's such a motivator to me of like, I want to make sure that I provide the best life for this girl ever. And that like, she doesn't got to worry about nothing, that I'm a good husband and I'm a provider. And like, that has made me better at every single one of those things because I have a reason to do them well.
And does not want his legs hidden anymore. So.
No, I'm sick of it. Sick of it.
It was a one-time thing, I promise. For Hunter, he's just allowed me to be me. He has just been able to open up a part of my brain that I've been hiding for so long of emotionally there. He is just the determination that he brings to the table every day. I mean, he has a disability, okay? That's no secret. But he gets up every single day to do what he wants to do, to provide what he is providing for our family. And it's like, how can I take that for granted? How can I take life for granted when, you know, he's been fighting this fight since 11 months old? Like, he lives life to the fullest. And every day I'm just so in awe with that. And it makes me want to live life to the fullest. It makes me not want to give up on this world and on this dream, on this, you know, journey that we've been, you know, doing. And it's so inspiring to just be a human, right?
Yeah.
But being a human with a disability comes with so much. And it's just, it's unfair, but the way that he's tackled it, the way that he has proven himself time and time again, that inspires me to go out and do whatever I can accomplish. What world can I change? Whose life can I change today? And he just has put like this different perspective on my outlook of life.
Y'all gonna have amazing kids.
Very, 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 very good. You speak about being a provider and wanting to provide her with the best life possible, which is good. And her hearing that, I guarantee, is probably vice versa. But you have a company called Big Hoodies.
Giant Hoodies.
Giant
Hoodies.
Yeah.
Giant Hoodies. I got it wrong.
Giant Hoodies.
Yeah.
Giant Hoodies.
Yeah,
and it does pretty well.
I started
You know what I
in
mean?
college. Yeah. That was like my first business venture. And yeah, I say I'm the provider, but then Tarwin won the Olympics, and now she's providing for me, actually. She's my sugar mama.
But in the end, it's building
for
together,
sure.
so it's not
It
who
is.
providing. If something was to happen, I'm
Oh my
pretty sure
gosh.
Tara would be like, I got you.
No, she definitely would. Absolutely. She takes good care of me. She's a good sugar mommy. But,
Is she older?
no,
Oh.
I'm older by
I didn't
like,
know, like,
I'm
I
older.
won't dare be older. I would go back in time.
I'm older
I would go
by
back
4
in
months or
time.
something. But yeah, I started Giant Hoodies in college. It was part of the reason like I lost my NCAA eligibility, but
For
it like
real?
yeah.
You can't do that?
No, because
you can't have a business in college.
Yeah.
You can't make money.
Bro, that's new for me.
Ryan Trahan, who's one of the biggest YouTubers in the world now, was a D1 distance runner at Texas A&M. And he lost his eligibility for a water bottle
bottles.
company called Hydra or something like that. Same situation. Because you're using your name, image, and likeness, owning the company. Like, even though I didn't post anything on my personal page of saying, yo, go buy this, my name was attached to the company, so I'm using my name, image, and likeness.
So
How'd they find out?
Were you forced to go pro because of
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, yes,
why is that
yes,
in the
and
story
no.
in itself?
I mean, bruh, to be honest,
No,
like,
mine.
I had so much trouble just getting into the NCAA. I had so many fights just like proving that I belong there, that I deserve to be there, that I can compete at this level. Like, it wasn't surprising to me that they were finding ways to make sure that I wasn't there anymore. And at that point, it was like, for me to get my eligibility back, they wanted me to give them a large sum of money. They wanted me to remove
y'all.
everything on my
Exactly.
social
And
media
that's
that had
why we didn't say
anything to do
anything.
with me running or connected to the University of Arkansas. And I had to walk away from my company.
Oh, they wanted to extort you and then quiet you.
That's exactly what
Okay.
happened. And
Did they want you to sign an NDA about it too?
well, I
probably
didn't
did
get
say,
that far.
Don't
I didn't get that
say
far.
anything about what we
Dude.
did.
Yeah, so I said, you know what? I'm going to bet on myself. I'm going to go do my own thing. I put my time into this company, like growing it. It's what like made us money to buy our first house, give us a stability, like pay our bills. And that allowed me to like take the time to focus in on social media, which brought me like the first champion contract. So like everything that happened from that point was because the NCAA didn't give me a plan B. It was all on me at that point of like, I'm 1,000 miles from home. I ain't got no safety net. Like if I don't figure this out, if I don't find a way to put food on my table and pay my bills, like that's it.
Your back was against the wall.
It was. And so it turned me into the person that I am today. So as hard as it was, as unfair as I think it was, like
shout out to the NCAA
it was a
for
good
that.
thing. Yeah.
It ended up being a success story.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now they gotta, I don't know how many ever billions of dollars they gotta pay back to the athletes. So
oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I graduated in 2021 of college, of August of 2021, and the NIL situation started August of 2021, and so I missed out
on the
NIL deals.
You would have made back the little charm you got on. You could have sold $1 million of those.
Yeah,
your fan base. Y'all have a cult like following.
Yeah,
y'all have a cult like following.
Dude,
we got the best community, man. We got the best people that follow us. But it's just because like we're messed up individuals. We're like different colors and different sizes, and we're missing limbs, and like there's so much of us that people can see and be like, I feel connected to these people in whichever way, right? And our whole thing, like on social media, has been like, whatever you look like, wherever you come from, like any of those things, like you're welcome here. Like you're a part of this community. So people have just been so gracious, and it's so cool to think, like we started this in 2017, making videos on the internet. It's so cool to think that there's people from 2017 who got to watch this entire story unfold, like up into the Olympics, and be like, yo, these are these two dumb kids I was watching, like doing Q&As on the beach who just won the Olympics and the Paralympics. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's great. I'm grateful for it.
Speaking of that success of, you having the success of your gracious community, your community comes with trolls also. How do you guys handle your trolls?
You know, man, it's a trial and error with these trolls, right? I remember when I transferred from University of Georgia to University of Texas, and I got blocked by the coach to not compete. He told me I was too good of an athlete to compete against his girls, and that was his reasoning of blocking me. Cool. I'm 19, bro. And there was, Let's Run, obviously.
Yeah.
There was 28 pages of talking about me and why I transferred, creating all of these scenarios, calling me all sorts of names, these grown-ass men calling me this, calling me that. The coach is so much better. I'm glad she's gone. She didn't do anything. She should just stick to social media. She'll never be a 7-meter jumper. She'll never do this. She'll never, guys, I'm 19.
Yeah.
I'm a child, and you guys are talking to me about this. And that, it hurt my feelings so bad that I couldn't respond. I couldn't bark back. And at some point I just said, I got to make this fuel. I got to put this as my fire.
Yeah.
And they're...
Yeah, it's tough, man.
The hunters trolls.
I just tweeted too. I was sometimes I chirp at losers on the internet just to remember they're just losers on the internet. And I'm like, I don't know, when you see it though, it's so like in your face. And I had deleted Twitter for the longest time. And then I don't mean to make this political, but it got to a point where I started seeing screenshots of something Donald Trump would say. So I downloaded Twitter again because I was like, there's no way he actually said that. Like, there's no way that's real. Just to like double check. So I re-downloaded Twitter, and then I started getting people chirping at me again. And I deleted Twitter again like a few days ago because,
dude,
I'm like, I don't know.
I don't want to give them any any platform at all.
Listen, I love the dynamic duo aspect of both of y'all together. Not only do y'all take on haters, but y'all take it on leagues as well.
Yeah.
Y'all spoken out, been outspoken, right? But you speak your truth, and you don't back down to that. Like, what was that for y'all? What did that feel like when you had to really stand up for your event or your sport against people who didn't want to see it move forward in the way you think so?
I mean, I think it was pathetic. I think it was silly that you try to excel an event or a sport to see your own success. which failed.
Yeah, and I think like two things. Like one, like you can encounter a problem, complain about it, and then let it go. Or two, encounter a problem, complain about it, and then actually do something about it, right? Yeah. Like those are your two options. So I think like in one way, if we were to have done what we said and kind of stood up against this like idea and then just done nothing about it, like that's one thing. But instead, like Tara becomes a part of Athlos, who involves field events in the events, and are now going into a league format next year where there's going to be multiple meets, like a very successful meet where the athletes get paid on time and there's like a lot of hype and excitement. The crowd is full and the marketing is great. And the people that are running the show are making it about the athletes and not about themselves. And I'm not referring to anybody else or anything else. That's just what Athlos does. And they do a really great job at it. And I think that we have seen like the excitement for field events, like since the Olympics and since the trials. And like, it's not an argument of like if people care about it or not. Like people care about it. Like Tara won't brag about herself, but I'll brag about her. She's one of like the biggest American track and field athletes, you know, in the game. And she's a long jumper. Yeah. Like 10 years ago, who would have guessed that? You know what I mean? Like it just wouldn't have happened. So I think that there's a resurgence in the field events. Another great example is Mondo. Like Mondo is running the world. You know what I mean? Like everyone, we were in Sweden with Mondo. Everyone knows that dude. Like he's the most famous dude in Sweden.
Like, track and field outside of America is very nuts. Different. It's crazy.
For sure.
Very different. You'll have kids that run up to you with a picture you've never seen before, asking you to sign. You'll be like, what? Bitch?
Like, where did you
spying on me?
Did you get my mom's on me?
This is when I was 5. Do you know my mother? Do you know her?
Did my mom send you this?
It is wild. Like it is definitely. But this is what I think. I think with all that you said, some things start where people feel like they can make money and then have to grow it. Just like any other business. You may, even with your business, you may say, okay, hoodies are really selling. We can make money off of these. But then as it grows, you move on to something else. Yeah. I think what the league saw was they could make money only in this way and maybe grow it later. That was possibly my thinking. I feel like everything in our ecosystem, because we're trying to be ambassadors of track and field, we should all be looking for solutions.
I totally agree.
To everything.
Not a Band-Aid.
Correct. But we should all be trying to look for solutions together and try to pool all our resources together. If you guys have the eyes on you to say, okay, how could we make them a part and how we can make this group a part, because they have eyes to kind of globalize our sport here in America. Because it's global, but in America it's just not as big. Yeah. And we know most people say, if you're not famous in America, you're not famous. Yeah. That's what they say.
But I think it's weird though to like make a very clear pass at like, we're doing this for this people and these guys we're intentionally cutting out and making a public thing about it. It's like we're going to the town square and very specifically saying field events, don't care. Like cutting them out. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like, and I can say a quote for quote, you know what I mean? Like, I think I can save track. I can't save field. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't sound to me like I'm going to start small and then build into something else. That sounds like I believe I can save the thing that I care about.
And
you know what I mean?
Not care about in the rest of it.
So, like, I see what you're saying and I agree.
Me. Okay.
And I think that's what Athlos did.
Yep.
Alexis started this event. He reached out to Tara, said, hey, I would love you there. Tara and I said, we're not showing up unless there's field events there. And he took that constructive criticism, says, I think you're right, watched at trials and said, that was the most exciting competition I've ever seen. I want field to be a part of this. And then on October 10th, like, just wait and see the stage that field is put on. And maybe Tara can talk about it, but...
Of course. We were at the first... We
loved it.
Yeah.
We
enjoyed it.
So listen, if you were there, when I tell you, it was very, very different.
Yeah.
Very, very... Did you say you liked the party? Justin was drunk the whole time.
The whole time. The whole time.
He was drunk the whole time. It was a time.
When is this aired? When is this out?
Tomorrow. No, we sit. We usually sit. What we'll do is also contact you and let you know.
We'll let you know, like,
okay, then I'll tell you. I'm jumping in the middle of Times Square.
Oh, yes.
Wow, that's good. Do you want that to go on here?
Yes, it will go on there eventually.
Yes.
We could edit
October
it out.
9th, October 9th, the day before Athlos, we're jumping 4 times in the middle of Times Square. They're shutting Times Square down.
Wow.
That's how you change track and field.
Yeah.
That's how you change the game of long jump. To put eyes onto the sport where it is not so-called welcomed, we get to jump in the middle of Times Square.
Well, we're going to be there.
And then that's 4 jumps there. And then on October 10th, they said, do you want to jump in front of the crowd? I said, yes. We get to add 3 more jumps just for fun.
So help us understand this, because now you have Athlos and they announced it and they said you have your own team.
Mm-hmm.
What is your team constructed of? Like a team of who? What?
Team of sprinters and field events. And
so you're like the coach.
Long distance. You're a captain.
Team captain. And you have equity.
Yep.
That's amazing.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's amazing.
It's going to be fun to see how it develops over the next, like, it's also cool to see someone like Alexis, who is so like business oriented, come and step into this world. Because like you said, in the track world is very close knit. Everyone knows everyone. It's really interesting to see somebody so far removed from the sport come in, see how it operates, and just be like, honestly, what is going on here?
But
like,
also be a people person.
Yeah.
He's such a people
We
person.
interviewed him too, and he came in and we were thinking like, all right, we're going to probably have to crack his shell, get him open, get him more comfortable. He came in and was like, all right, what we doing? All right, cool.
Yeah, such a good guy.
He was wide open. For
Such a nice guy.
He's
man.
the best.
Yeah.
He is such a good guy. Like, and it's so cool.
And he has a different mindset. Like, he doesn't have a sports mindset. He doesn't know anything about sports.
It's business. He knows what he is.
But he knows how to put some eyes on a sport. He knows how to put, make it entertaining.
Yeah, get people in the stands.
Exactly. And it's like...
Get sponsors on board. I'm just saying.
Hey, man, I ain't got nothing to...
I'm not calling nobody out. I'm just telling you how it is.
That's the truth.
I'm just telling you how it is. Like,
man.
you got to pay for this stuff somehow, and that's what he does.
Let's see how it works out next year. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
If there's a next
I feel like knowing that you are so now a part of, invested.
All right, go.
I feel like I know that you're so invested into Athlos because they're invested into you, right? I feel like you are the kind of person that you're also going to come with some kind of tower flair. Like, look at this.
What do you mean?
She's like, who, me?
What do you mean?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, they're already talking about making pink sand, so that's fun.
Oh, right. Okay.
But I don't know if that's true. I don't know.
Oh, he can bring it in. We have that in the Bahamas. I'm from the Bahamas.
That would be
Okay,
tight.
can we bring
That
in
would be
pink
tough.
sand for us?
Yeah, pink sand from Rumkey, Bahamas.
Okay.
Don't give him a
There you go.
No, I don't know. I don't plan anything. Things just
Spontaneously happen.
exactly. And so
You just
when
wake up and be like,
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's like you're an artist. It just create.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think when you plan things, it kind of gets ingenuine.
Yeah.
It's not as authentic. And so
Yeah.
whatever happens, whatever comes out of my mouth, however boots show up on my foot, however a hat just pops up, I don't know. It's just, when it's there, it's there.
you know what I do? Like, I loved when you were online and you wanted to jump off all, and what year was that? That was 2022?
Yeah, for
23, and you wanted to smoke. You was like, yeah, I'll put $5,000 on the line.
I didn't even have $5,000, but I said I'll put $5,000 on
Yeah,
the table
you
right
did.
here.
Stop
I
it.
know.
Come on.
He was like, don't embarrass me. I just said I was your provider and I'm successful.
Come
You
on,
ain't had
man.
$5,000.
I get being
No.
humble, but come on. Like,
Thank you. That was
No, that was, I feel like that's what our sport needs. I feel like we move our sport like it's so gracious and graceful, but we're an entertainment sport.
yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? It should be
absolutely.
I'm not saying it should be like a mockery, but it should be more like WWE, the trash talk and all this. Like,
for sure.
when you watch the pregame, it's just so
People
for
are
sure.
afraid.
Controlled
comprised of
and
young athletes.
Yeah.
Like,
but like when you hear people behind the scenes, you be like, "Hey man, what y'all going to the? I'm gonna whoop her ass, or I'm gonna whoop his ass.
Yeah.
He talking too much. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
That's what people want to hear. They want to hear that type of banter. Like,
For sure.
"Man, somebody
I agree.
need to shut this fool up, man. He talking about he the fastest.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what we'll get people to watch, but when we over there, oh, it's just so amazing to be.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
I thought it was a genius idea.
Yeah,
The
I
jump
did.
off.
Oh,
The
yeah.
jump off was
Yeah.
good.
And I wasn't in that Bermuda meet. I found her. I said, I want to be in this meet.
For real?
Yes. I was not scheduled to be there. And
And that meet was sick.
that meet was awesome.
It was
Yeah.
sick.
I
Both of y'all
said-
jumped like crazy fun. Like it was a great meet, great competition.
And that's the thing. Like I wish in my era, like I could have sat down with someone like Asafa and be like, hey, we can be truly successful if we create banter against each other and no one takes it to heart, but we're entertainers. We're entertaining the crowd.
Yeah, you're selling a fight.
And we're out here, competing at a high level.
Like fake rap beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fake rap beef.
You're drawing
Yeah.
attention to yourself.
You know
I
they
will-
never talked for like 20 years?
Yeah, I will say
The interview you saw was the first time they spoke like
No
outside
way.
of competition.
that's crazy.
Because we had so many layers between us. We had coaches between us. We had agents between us. We had shoe companies. So it was like he was over there and I was over here. And anytime that we raced against each other, it felt like we were robots. Like we were just competing against each other.
Yeah.
But then
Dang.
after we retired, I realized like no one could understand what I've been through in my life and what I feel now, except for the people who raced against.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They understand that pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Now
what I
they're
mean?
the best of friends. They invite each other to kids' parties and shit.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
wow.
We do, yeah. Yeah.
Clinking
Self-esteem's
drinks
like the
together
man.
now?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a good dude, bro.
Listen, I don't even drink vodka like that, but I have to drink vodka when I go to Jamaica. And gonna stop it. His thing is a vodka and ting. That's his thing. So
Oh, wow.
we drink vodka and ting like 24/7 around
Man.
the clock.
Wow.
Dude, Jamaicans are some of like the most just kind people, like just so fun to like be around in community. Like it's a lot of our teammates are Jamaican and they just been like so inviting to us and like they be cooking for us and like just everything about what they do is so like, I don't know, we got to spend some time with you saying like one of the most humble and kind people I've ever met in my life.
They're the
And I'm like, you
purest.
have no reason to be humble, bro. Like, you have no reason
You're like,
to be
look,
humble.
you could be
Yeah.
as prideful
be an
as you
asshole
want.
if you want
No
to.
You have
one
the
would,
right.
no one would even like question why, but you still are like such a kind and humble guy and just care and showing up at Jamaican champs. Like, I love everything they got going on. It's really tight.
Yeah. No one will question him. If he stood up just spontaneously, I'm the fastest person ever. Everybody like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's true.
You're right. You're good.
We have video. We have video. We have video.
I think Usain's interesting because I would say he's one of the few people in any sport where it's like undisputed that he is the GOAT. You know, like basketball, the GOAT conversation, you talk about Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe, all these different people. Like track and field, I feel like it's not much of a debate as far as like the GOAT. Like you think of the GOAT of track and field, like
You're 100% right because our sport is not built that way. It's the purest form of sport. You're either fast or you're not.
Yeah.
You either can jump further or you can't.
Yeah.
You could either hurdle or you don't.
It's not about the
There's-
points.
You could either jump this high jump bar, throw this ball or this discus or this hammer or
Yeah.
javelin, or you can't.
that's true. Yeah, it's
Everything
objective.
is measured by how strong or how fast or how good you are. It's not subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where we are the purest level of sport.
Absolutely.
That's one thing I love about Jamaica, Jamaican athletes, Caribbean athletes, period, is the fact of they're some of the most purest.
Yeah.
Because all they really cared about, because they come from a lot of them come from humble beginnings, and all they really care about is just being the best version of themselves, and whatever comes with that. You know what I mean? Hopefully that comes with success. But obviously in America, it's like, I want to be a star.
Yeah.
I
it's
wanna make a lot of money.
race. Yeah.
That's all I care about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. Want to be
I would
famous.
be, I would be
Yeah.
famous.
Yeah.
Man. Ooh.
All right, I'm interested as we kind of like wrap things up. Like we talked a lot about problems going on in track and field and like things that could be fixed. Like, what do y'all see? Like, where do we go from here? What's the solution? Like, what changes do you guys want to make and do you guys want to see in the sport moving forward to make it better?
I'm gonna start with this.
Go ahead, you do it.
So one of the things we talked about on our show was shoe wars. I don't know if you guys ever seen that episode of the shoe wars. So shoe wars would be all the shoe companies take the best of what they have and they compete them against each other. So like if you had a New Balance 4x1 female or a New Balance 4x1 relay against a Nike,
They would be cool. Nike would be
mixed
cool
relay,
too.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you have somebody like Gabby, Quincy, Sid, and then you have
Vernon.
Vern
Yeah.
on a mixed relay. And then you have somebody from Nike where you have, you know what I mean? You have Michael Norman, and then you have what's her name? The tall young lady.
Alexis Holmes.
Alexis Holmes.
Yeah.
You have Alexis Holmes. Then you have another Nike male and another female. And then you have an Adidas group who have that same thing going on, that thing. And to compete for who has the best shoe company, who signed the best athletes. So now the shoe company has stake in signing the best athletes and putting on the best show.
Yeah.
And we would surround it around a weekend, like a Penn Relays weekend, because it's kind of preseason. So it would kind of be like our all-star party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You would be contracted to be there. If the shoe companies want to release new shoes or new whatever, they'll have pop-up tents or whatever, and they can showcase whatever. And you get a trophy for a year saying we are the best shoe company.
Yeah.
Shoe company
That's
based
tight.
on athletics.
I think that what we lack in our sport is the fact of,
That's tight.
and that's where Shoe Wars is, it's like, we don't bring our culture into our sport. We allow the people who have been in the sport for decades to run our sport, and they don't understand what the culture is today.
Yes.
And that's where a lot of our fans and a lot of your fans love and respect us, because we try to keep it authentic. We try to keep it grounded. We try to make sure that it's our culture. And I think that's where our sport needs to go. Make it culture. Like, bring out the music, bring out the pop-up shops, bring out, you know what I'm saying, fashion, and mix it together. There's so many young athletes who have so many different ideas and very innovative, and we never get a chance to see that from them, because all we get a chance to see is them taking 4 or 5 jumps, them going on the track for 45 seconds, them running 9 seconds, and then they're done. You know what I mean? Like, who are you? Because in 4 years, you may not be here. And then the world has missed out on who you are and how amazing you are.
That's so true. We got to lean into the athletes. Gotta lean into the athletes.
You could take an event like yours and say, yeah, you're good at long jump. But what if you merged all the jumps and you had to do high jump, long jump, triple jump? Who's the best out of 3?
That's sick.
You see what I'm saying?
Sick, yeah.
So yeah, you might be good at long, but can you triple? Can you high? You know what I mean? Then who's the best? Or even throws. You could throw the shot put, the disc, and everything. Who's the best thrower? And you mix them all together. Like, I feel like those type of things can exist.
To bring in,
you're still throwing. You're still jumping. You're still doing what you love. You're just adding a different dynamic to what you're doing. So I'm not taking anything away.
I did like that about Grand Slam, that people were doubling, running events that weren't their specialty event. Like, it was interesting to see hurdlers running the flat 100. Like, that was fun. So I did like the idea of that. Like, it felt more like back in like the college circuit where everyone's doubling. And personally, I feel like when people double, they start running fast times. Like, there's something about the adaptation that makes people run fast.
No, that adaptation, you got 2 max reps. I feel like that's how a lot of them drop these fast behind world leads. Like, you doing 2 max reps and they're 2 different days. So, and then when they flipped it and it was the 200, then the 100, they got even faster.
It's
crazy.
Nuts, bro.
It's like, oh, we ran it like a workout, because usually that's how you'll do a ladder on a workout. You'll run it down. You know what I mean? So everybody's like, I got the 200 today, but I'm happier because I got it out the way. I got the 100 tomorrow.
I'm not going to be sore.
Easier from here.
I'm about to ride out.
That's so good.
That was cool.
But I like the aspect of it, though, because in the league, you had to strategize how you wanted to win. So you didn't have to win it all to win it all. So you watch people like, all right, I just got to get third. I could win this one, just get third, and then I'm all right. So the concept was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. I do think there was a big miss, kind of like what you said earlier. Like, I thought the production continued to get better each meet. What I think it was missing is, like, between the races, when they're doing like food taste, we watched all the meets. Like, I really think that it continued to get better. But between those races, like, don't be doing these little gimmicky things. Like, do a fight promo. Who are the best 2 racers in the next event coming up? Should tell their story a little bit and, like, give the fans something to, like, attach to of like, these are the 2 favorites. I'm rooting for this, or top 4 favorites, whatever it is, but, like, tell the stories and get people, like, invested in the race that's coming up. Like, so it's not just the introduction throughout the lane 1 through 8 and then the 10 seconds of running. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, tell the story more.
Give it like a heavyweight bout kind of feel.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I like this route, solution-based. Where are you trying to find solutions?
Do you feel like with field events, it gets so technical sometimes that you lose fanfare because people who don't know the sport and they look and say, okay, she's jumping, but how far is she jumping? Like, you know, like obviously an elite jumper can jump the length of a school bus or something like that.
Yeah.
If you were bringing something like a decked out school bus, DJ playing music next to the sandpit to show how far you could jump, the equivalent of, do you think that would bring more attention to the sport?
I mean, yes. I think you have to make it
relatable.
And you have to like translate it to a naked eye. You have to translate it to someone who doesn't know how far is 24 feet? I don't know. I don't know how far 24 feet is. Okay, it's shooting from a 3-point line. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's great.
Got it.
That's good.
That's good. It's not,
it's
7'10".
It's 7'10".
7 meters is a 3-point line, basically.
Yeah.
I run and I jump, and that's how far, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like Ryan Krauser, he's holding a 16-pound bowling ball, and he is throwing it over
from the inbound to the far 3-point line.
71 meters?
Yeah.
71.
Like that's the distance from the inbound line to the far 3-point line.
Holding
a 16-pound bowling ball.
16-pound bowling ball. So you have to translate it to, it's like track for dummies type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Track and field for dummies. So it's like you need to see that and compare it to a school bus, a free throw line.
3-point line.
Yeah, whatever it's called, whatever. I don't like basketball anyways.
Don't do that.
World champ of what?
Yeah, don't do that. You're going to end up, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm sorry,
Please
bro.
don't do that.
I gotta stop. We gotta end this podcast, dog.
Clip it. I'm trying to clip bait.
Oh man.
But yeah, you just have to, translate it to just the naked eye.
For sure.
And I think that's exactly what we have to do to move track for the general fan forward, because we have the most eyes on the sport now,
yes.
Especially after the Olympics. The Olympics was big for both Olympics because it was the first time after COVID and everybody wanted to be outside. So now we have to capitalize on the eyes watching, being that it's not an Olympic year.
Yep.
Going into, we have to fight together rather than, like you said, find solutions of how we can make ourselves grow.
Absolutely.
And for the Paralympics, they had a great showing. How are you continuing with all eyes on you, trying to make para a lot bigger than it is?
I mean, I think there's like...
Not putting all the power on your shoulders.
No, absolutely not. No. But like this opportunity, competing at pre, like there's 4 para events here at pre. I think it's exciting. I think it like changes things up. I think it's interesting for the audience to see and learn and kind of break up the normal events. So I think for me, it's just like showing up as much as I can. Like I've fought my whole life to have opportunities to race, and now we're starting to get these opportunities. So I'm like, I need to show up and race and give a show and like put the time in. But for us, like we're doing the same thing we've always been doing. Like we're investing as much as we can into ourselves and into making content, and we're putting stuff out there, and we're putting 50 to 100 million views a month down across our platforms, and like say 80% of that is track and field. So we're trying to get this message across of like, even though the Olympics are over, like there's still stuff going on. We're still training every day. Like we're still getting ready for world championships. We're hyping up Prefontaine, these other Diamond Leagues, Athlos. So just trying to get people to understand what the track calendar looks like in those 3 years interim of the Olympics. Like there's a lot going on. So
absolutely.
How have you handled younger kids who've grown up like you? How do you handle talking to them or motivating them, getting them to kind of think like you, and even if they're bullied or everything, to get over things of that nature?
Man, I just, like when I was growing up, when I was coming up, I was just looking for someone to believe in me who wasn't my parents or my brothers. You know what I mean? Like they got to, but I was just looking for someone to like see me and not immediately think like, wow, I feel bad for this kid because he has a disability. So when I talk to anybody, whether they have a disability or not, I just want them to feel my genuine like belief in them as a human being, of like whatever it is you can do. And I like to ask, like, what are you excited about? What are you doing? Like, what are you trying to get done? And then listening to that thing, you know what I mean? Because it's so easy. Like, I remember just growing up, and even me and Tara have dealt with this a lot of, like, people ask what we're doing, we'll tell them, and you just see that look in their eyes of like, well, that shit's not going to work. You know what I mean? So it's like, just like genuinely giving the time to somebody to believe in what they're doing and have them believe in themselves. Like, that's what I was missing when I was a kid. So I just want people to dream big and enjoy what they're doing and just have a confidence in themselves of, like, you know, seeing themselves for who they are and not the cards that they're dealt.
Yeah.
That's good.
With that being said, we ain't gonna take up too much of your time. We can talk to y'all all night. Love y'all energy. And hopefully you come back on the show. We have a tequila tasting contest next time, right?
I got you.
Yeah.
They said they're going to
I'm
sponsor
going to
the
send
show
you
and
guys.
send
I'm
bottles.
going to sponsor this
Yeah,
one.
we're going to send you some stuff.
There we go. We are going to be
So,
slurring our words for the next couple episodes. For sure.
Yeah, we're going to be saying a lot of weird things. But with that being said, that is your camera. Tell people your handles, what you guys going on as the Woodhalls and everything else right there.
Do we have?
You can follow us on the Woodhalls.
Yeah.
All our channels are there, and we're only plugging one thing.
But you plugging, please
Me.
say something right.
Yeah,
No!
basically.
Oh my God.
That's crazy. Where them sweatpants at?
No, you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
Plug Athlos.
I'm
It's a
going
track and field podcast that people want to know.
Yes. Watch Athlos October 10th in New York City, or come. It's going to be only females, just like you like it. And
Bring us sweatpants. Let's go. October 9th and 10th. New York
Let's do
City.
it. New York City, jumping in the middle of Times Square. Only long jump there, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a party. Justin said he's going to try.
I am there. You know, I was born in New York, so I'm gonna come back.
All right, let's
I'm
go.
there. I'm gonna be at Times Square. I'm gonna be there at the stadium
Icon
as well.
Stadium,
I'm gonna be there for everything.
Let's go.
For sure.
I ain't got nothing to plug.
Cheers.
We thank you guys so much for being a part of our podcast. But
Dream
until
come true.
next time with us on Ready, Set,
Go!